今日よりこの私がローベント家の当主となる。
Over the years, I have had a terrible relationship with Isekai, but over the last few months, I've started to open up my eyes just a little bit to see how fun and entertaining they can be. In this year of 2024, I've watched quite a few decent Isekai, and today, I'm gonna mention a few of them you must watch or at least put on your watch list. Also, please like and subscribe, and let's try to reach the ultimate YouTube goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Opening up this video, I am gonna recommend something slightly different than the norm, and that is Sasuki and Peeps. Here we look at a single middle-aged office worker, Sasuki, who bought himself a pet to keep himself company. He wanted to buy a cat, but he couldn't afford it and opted for a Java sparrow instead. And as luck would have it, this bird is a reincarnated mage from another world and decides to gift some of its magical powers to Sasuki. After forming a pact with the bird now called Peeps, Sasuki travels with his new companion to a different world and starts his own business there. But the story isn't as bland and as simple as that, because Sasuki gets involved with a group of psychics on Earth after saving the life of a woman, and he gets thrown into a whole new web of problems. And at the same time, there is a war brewing on the other world, so what will Sasuki and Peeps do now, facing problems from both worlds?
Level が上昇しました。レベルが上昇しました。レベルが上昇しました。レベルが上昇しました。
Coming in next, we have Chilling in Another World with level 2 cheat powers. And this story is all about someone who was summoned to another world to be a hero candidate, but unfortunately didn't qualify because it is said he was too weak. And unluckily for him, they cannot transfer him back to his world, but chose instead to banish him from the kingdom. But in his banishment, he defeats a slime in the wild, and upon its defeat, our MC gains infinite stats. He then changes his appearance as not to attract any attention from the kingdom that banished him, but unfortunately for him, great power and attention are two sides of the same coin. There are a few things I don't like about this anime, but my overall experience was solid, so this was a very obvious pick to be in this video. The first Isekai I ever watched in my life was Sword Art Online, and it is also the same Isekai that threw me off the genre for a very long time. And the next one here says a few similarities with Sword Art, and that is the New Gate, but I tell you now, this won't be something to throw you off the Isekai genre in any way. After being stuck in an online life or death game, Sin, who is the most skilled player in the game, finally takes down the final boss. And after defeating the boss, all of the other players are released from their online virtual prison with the exception of Shin. Our MC instead wakes up 500 years later in the game, locked in and taken on a completely new adventure. I don't have a lot to say about the New Gate because it is quite frankly a standard type Isekai, but I can tell you now that it is one of my top favorites so far in 2024.
これで終わりだ河川好き貴様の剣は見切った悪くない手だ
Coming in next is as a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. Here we look at an average person reincarnated into a noble family, and he possesses a power called appraisal. Appraisal is a power that allows the user to see people's dormant abilities or hidden talents. It may not come across as impressive, but it turns out to be highly helpful in this case, and it also sets up for a rather interesting story that could get you very easily invested. And our MC uses his power and gathers various talented and powerful people to his side to prepare for the impending war. Okay, now coming from something where our MC wasn't that powerful, we go into something where our MC is ridiculously powerful, and that was I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Coming from a world where he was an average mage and also died because of his lack of mana, our MC gets reincarnated as Lloyd, the 7th prince of a kingdom. Lloyd is fascinated with magic. Even in his past life he loved it, and now that he is gifted with immense magical power, he is even more interested in his craft. And since he is the 7th prince, he is far from being next in line for the throne, so less attention is on him and he can freely study and adapt his magic. But now, with being so powerful and also being highly curious, Lloyd lands himself into a wide variety of interesting situations. I mean, what can you even say about this one? This one really needs no explanation. It basically sells itself. We have DC characters in an anime. What more do you need? Harley Quinn, Peacemaker, King Shark, Clayface and Deadshot in anime form looks like a recipe for a hell of a good time. The show has solid animation and looks like almost non-stop action. This could shape up to be one of the most exciting anime to be born in 2024. At the current making of this video, there are only 3 episodes available, but it is already enough for me to have faith in this anime. And on that note, I am gonna end this video. Please like and subscribe for more anime related content.
ねえ